Welcome to Edutamic. My name is Sneha Shabuddin, and today we are going to discuss a new chapter, I would say a new poem in your CBSE Class 10th First Flight Textbook, English First Flight Textbook, and the name of the chapter is The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. Now, this poem is actually written in the style of ballad. Now, you may think, what is ballad? Ballad is a poem, or we can say song, which is actually written that actually tells that poem or song that actually tells a story. So, this is actually in the form of poem, but it's actually talking about a story. So, let us begin with this chapter. Now, before we are going to start with this chapter, first let us analyze the heading. The Tale of Custard the Dragon. This means that this heading says that it is actually a kind of tale about a dragon whose name is Custard. That's all. Right, and I have already told that this is there in your first flight textbook. Now, this is the poet who had written this poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon. And the name of the poet, as I have already said in the beginning of the chapter, that is Ogden Nash. Now, let us start and read as well as understand each and every stanzas of this particular chapter. So, the first stanza is that Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and really or truly a little pet dragon. So, what is this stanza is saying? Belinda is actually a young, cute little girl who is living in a white house. You can see that this white house over here. So, this is Belinda over here. So, she is actually living with the little kitten. She's having a black little kitten, and she's also having a gray mouse, and she's also having a yellow dog. And at last, it is saying that she's also having Relio Trulio. Relio means really, and Trulio means truly. Really, as well as truly, she's having a little pet dragon. So Belinda is actually a girl, a cute, pretty girl who's living in a white house, and she has four friends. She's having a dragon, a little dragon. Along with the dragon, she's having a black kitten, a grey mouse, and also a yellow dog. She's also having a little red wagon. Now you may think, what is wagon? Wagon is this kind of, vehicle that we are actually used to transport the things. It is, we can say, trolley like of this things. Let us see their features. You can see that here you are having a gray mouse, the little black kitten, Belinda, and also the yellow dog. And as in this slide I have already shown you the dragon's picture also. Now this is the, as I told you, this is a kind of trolley. This is what she has, a red little wagon. So this kind of trolley which is used to transport the things is known as wagon. Okay. Now let us move to the next stanza. Now the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse she called him Blink, and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon was a coward and she called him Mustard. Now what is this talking about? This is actually saying that the names of the pets that she has. Now, the Belinda, as I told you, she has a black kitten, and the name of this particular black kitten is actually Ink, and the name of the grey mouse that she has, the name is actually Blink. So, black kitten's name is Ink, and the name of the grey mouse is actually Blink. And she is also having this, yellow dog whose name is actually known as Mustard. And finally, she has this dragon who was actually a coward. Now, what is coward? Coward means, a particular person who doesn't have enough courage, don't have enough courage. So, this particular dragon is actually braveless. It is not having any brave. He is actually, not having sufficient courage. Okay, a kind of unbrave dragon it is. Not like the, kind of dragon that we imagine, but this kind of dragon is something which is not brave. It is actually a coward dragon. It is actually, and that dragon's name she called him as Custard. Now, this is the word meaning, the line explanation of the second stanza. Now, let us move forward to the third stanza. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him, and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and Relio Trulio daggers on his toes. So now what is saying is that Custard, the dragon, is actually having a very big sharp teeth. Okay, very big sharp teeth this dragon has, and it also has spikes on top of him. You can see this mountain kind of thing, all around till his tail. This is what we call as spikes. Okay, and it is also having this kind of scale. Sorry, you can see the scales over here, and this is the scales, and he is also having the scales underneath. And the poet is actually comparing the mouth like a fireplace. We all know that the dragon, actually can blow the fire, right? So mouth is actually that this dragon's mouth is like a fireplace, and the nose, he compared the nose to as the chimney. So this is important comparison is given here. Mouth is compared to as the fireplace, and nose is actually compared to as the chimney. And he is also having really truly daggers on his toy. Really truly he is having daggers on his toys, means over here you can see this sharp daggers is kind of a sharp knife, we can say. So this toys is actually compared to us as daggers. Okay, a very sharp toys he's having. Okay, now let us move forward and discuss the fourth stanza of this poem. The fourth stanza is that Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a range, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So when we are talking about Belinda, Belinda is actually, was a very brave girl. Okay, she is actually compared to as a barrel full of beers. Belinda is having that much brave as a barrel full of beers. The barrel full of beers is actually the drum full of beers, or we can say the group. It's a group full of bears. She's such, she was so brave as a group full of bears. And when we are talking about the Ink and Blink, they are also so brave that they even chase lions down the stairs. Then Mustard, the dog, is also so brave that it is actually compared to as a tiger who is there in a range. Now, what is range? Tiger who is so angry. Okay, so this Mustard is compared to as a tiger in a range, but Custard is not at all brave, right? He is actually a coward. He actually, you can see in this picture, he's actually crying for a nice safe cage. So this is showing about these all, along with Belinda and her pets, all were brave except Custard. Custard was not so brave, and he is considered to be as a coward who actually cried for a nice safe cage. Now let us move forward to the next stanza, that is the fifth stanza. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmercifully. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely call him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the realio trulio cowardly dragon. So it says that Belinda actually tickled him so much unmercifully, she is actually tickling him. And this Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely means very badly, they call the dragon as Percival. Now you may think, what is Percival? It's kind of old kind of king, I think, who is actually so coward. Okay, so Belinda actually tickled the dragon unmercifully, and Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely means very badly called him Percival. Now, they all, the Ink, Blink, Mustard, they will, these three animals would sit in the red wagon, the red, trolley, as I told you. They will sit in this red trolley, and they will laugh at the dragon. They laugh at Mustard, who is actually really truly a cowardly dragon. Now let us move on to the sixth stanza. The sixth stanza is actually Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Wait," which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Now, when Custard, our dragon, is actually crying for nice safe cage, like he's sitting and crying for a nice safe cage. At that time, Belinda would giggle, means laugh, laugh in such a way that she's actually shaking her own house. Shaking means shaking her own house. So Belinda, when Custard is actually crying for a nice safe cage, by making fun of her, all the animals would actually laugh at him. Belinda would actually giggle, laugh till she shook her house, and the Blink actually, who's the mouse, actually laughed by saying wait, which is actually considered to be as the laughing for a mouse. And Ink and Mustard, who is the black kitten and the dog, they rudely, very badly, they ask his age because he is crying like a small baby. So this Ink and Mustard is asking his age. So they are all making fun of, Mustard, Custard when he is actually crying for a nice safe cage. Now let us move on to the next stanza, seventh stanza. Suddenly, they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Meow, cried the Ink, and oh, cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. So what happened suddenly? All of them heard a very nasty sound. Nasty means a very bad sound. Now, what is the sound which is heard by all of them? Let us see. As I told you, they all heard a nasty means a bad sound. Okay. Now, when they heard this nasty sound, Mustard, who is the dog, also became so scared that he growled, and growled means the sound which is made by the dog, and they all looked around to see what is the sound is from. Now, Ink also cried by making the sound which is actually made by the cat, and Belinda said, oh, see the expression of Belinda and all other pets. Belinda is actually saying, oh, and when all they, what they see over there, they see a pirate who is climbing the window. Window means window here it is talking about. So they actually saw a pirate. Now, what is pirate? Pirate is actually a person who is robbing the ship. A kind of robber, we can say, robs the ship actually. This pirate is something who actually robs a ship. The kind of a pirate, they actually enter through the window. Window here means window, and all of them was very scared. Belinda, the dog, Mustard, Blink, and all were very scared by seeing the pirate. Now let us discuss the next eight stanza. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood, and it was clear that the pirate meant no good. This particular stanza is actually talking about the physical physical appearance of the pirate, okay, who had entered suddenly through the window. So now what he's saying is that in his right hand as well as in his left hand there were pistol. Pistol means gun. So in the right as well as in the left hand there were gun, and also his teeth was so cutlass bright means it was in a curved manner. In a very curved manner it was actually kept, and his beard was black in color. The beard was actually the black in color, and you can see that one leg was made of wood. One leg was actually made up of wood, and all the Belinda actually understand that the pirate actually does not mean any good. He actually come for a bad thing over here. Right? Now let us move forward and discuss the ninth stanza. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help, but Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and the little mouse blinked strategically mouse hole. So now what is happening is that when that the pirate has entered, when the pirate actually entered, what happened? What was the scene? Belinda becomes so pale, means she becomes so fear. She actually feared a lot that her face actually turned yellow in color, and she actually cried for help, help. But Mustard was also so scared that he actually made a terrified yell. Ink actually trickled means he actually run. Trickled means he actually run down to the bottom of the household, and the little mouse Blink was also strategically means very planningly he get into the mouse hole. This was what the other animals along with Belinda do when the pirate has entered. Let us move to the 10th stanza. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a junction. With a clatter and clang and a jagging scream, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. So what happened over here is that when all of these things was actually happening, what did Custard do? He actually jumped like an engine, snorting like an engine. He jumped into the pirate. He is clashing his tail like irons. He was clashing his tail who was there in the dungeon. Now what is dungeon? Is the underground area. So he was actually clashing his tail like an iron, which is there in the dungeon in the underground. And these are the talking about the sound clatter, clang, and jangling scurum. These are the sounds which is made by the dragon. And he actually went into the pirate like a robin at the worm. Now let us move and discuss the 11th stanza. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired two bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Now, what happened is that the pirate actually gagged means look at the dragon, Belinda's dragon, open mouth. We can see. When we are so shocked that we will open our mouth in such a way that the pirate opened his mouth when he saw Belinda's dragon. And what did he did? He gulped. The pirate actually gulped means swallowed. The pirate actually swallowed some grog. Grog is a drink. We can say a kind of drink which he actually take from his pocket and he actually swallowed it. Pocket container. Flagon means container. So what he did, he actually swallowed the drink from his pocket container and he fired two bullets. He actually fired, but fired towards the custard. So what happened? The pirate actually fired two bullets towards the custard, but it doesn't hit the custard. Now what happened? Custard gobbled him means swallowed him hurriedly. Gobbled means swallowing hurriedly. So swallowing hurriedly. So what did the custard the dragon do? He actually swallowed the pirate hurriedly every bit. Now let us move and discuss the 12th stanza. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in a glee did gyrad around the dragon that aged the pirate. Now what is the scene going on? So when the pirate was actually dead, now what happened when he was dead? Belinda embraced means hug the custard and Mustard, which is a dog, actually licked him. And no one mount means no one didn't see the pirate victim that the custard. We know that the custard has actually gobbled the pirate who had ended, but no, there was no victim. So there was no victim for he is actually eating, swallowing. No one had seen it. And Ink and Blink was a mouse and the little black kitten. In a glee means in a very happy. Glee means very happily. They were actually gyrating means they were actually dancing. They actually danced right around the dragon that ate the pirate. So this was the 13th stanza. Now the next stanza is talking about but presently up spoke little dog Mustard. But now what happened? The Mustard actually spoke up. What did the dog Mustard said? It have been twice as brave if I had been flustered. If I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink and up spoke Blink. We'd have been three times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. So what happened is that the dog actually speak. The dog said that he would be twice as brave, twice as brave as the custard if he hadn't been flustered means upset. Then what happened? Ink and Blink also spoke, and they also said that they will be 3 times as brave. So Custard, which is our dragon, has replied, I agree with all of you. I know that everybody of you, like the dog, the black kitten, the grey mouse, all are braver than me. Me is talking about here the Custard, the dragon. Okay. Now the last two paragraphs is the same paragraphs of the first two paragraphs. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and her little red wagon and her really or truly or little pet dragon. This is the same stanza which is there in the which was the first stanza, and the second stanza is also here. Not the second stanza, the fourth stanza. Belinda is a brave as barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a range, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. This is the same stanzas, the first stanza and the fourth stanza. That is the same stanzas repeating over here. And this is all this poem is about. The poem The Tale of Custer the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash, is only this much. Very easy chapter, right? And in the next section, I will come up with the literary devices and all of this same poem. Okay, so till then, take care. I hope you found this video useful as well as awesome. If you do, please make sure to subscribe, like and share if you like this video. And thanks for watching. Till then, take care and bye.